Good morning. It is Thursday. It's 10:08. And I feel like we have lied to you from the start. It says we do not do breakfast for dinner. I had breakfast for dinner the other night. I didn't really like it, but I did it. So maybe I'm not really lying to you. All right, let's bring people on. Who do we have here? I think we have Moss. Don't even say anything. And Laura.
Good morning.
Good morning. Our
So
other
you had breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, so I took a picture of it. It was the other night. I think it was over the weekend. My wife was upset and she said she wanted
Oh
breakfast for
yes.
dinner, and it was after her grandmother had passed away. So how could I say no to that? So I had a ham and cheese omelet, home fries, and pancakes from Andrew's Diner. You don't know Andrew's Diner, being from Jersey. When you come here, you'll get to know. It's a good diner right by the office. But you do live in Jersey. Don't go to Staten Island diners. Your diners are so much better.
Listen,
I love Andrew's Diner, but Jersey diners are excellent.
there's good and bad everywhere.
That's true. I do love Andrew's
Wow.
Diner, but I did have breakfast for dinner. I didn't even protest it. Like it was one of those days. It wasn't a good day for my wife, and she's like, "I'm kind of feeling
Yeah.
pancakes." I was like, "Okay, we'll order
Pancakes it
Andrew's."
is then.
It's whatever you want. But she
Yeah.
wanted me to make them, and I was like, all right, how about rather than me make them, let's order from the diner because I wanted an omelet and I didn't have ham to make a ham and cheese omelet. So
Mm-hmm.
it was good. So I will have breakfast for dinner once every year. Okay. So that's it. Next May, we could talk about it again.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So yesterday, my grandfather now has passed away. So.
Oh, I'm very
Your
sorry to hear
grandfather?
that.
My stepfather's father, so he's my step grandfather, but they've been around for like 20 years now, I want to say. So
Wow.
he treated me like his grandson from day one. But he was in the hospital for the past 3 weeks, and then while he was in the hospital, he caught COVID, and
Oh
ultimately from
gosh.
complications of having heart and COVID is what it took him. Look, to be fair, I think he was 87 years old. So, you lived a good life,
Yeah,
and
that's pretty long.
this is life. But still doesn't make it any easier. The hardest part of this all now is just, and I was talking with Nicole about this, is the fact that you just can't go to anything, right? There's not
No.
really wakes. There is, you only have 10 people. Nicole doesn't feel comfortable enough to go to the wake for her grandmother because she's like, I've done this for 9 weeks. I'm worried about my children. Why would I risk it
Mm-hmm.
right now? And
Mm-hmm.
and that makes it tougher on everybody. And the fact that her mother today was putting together pictures of her grandmother and making, and she's like, on a normal time, I would be there with my kids helping her make this, and
Yeah.
I haven't even gone. So it sucks. We can't wait for this to get over.
It's hard.
It really does. It sucks.
I am sorry, but that's not a valid extent.
Okay, hold on.
So, Mike, what's your opinion about the newest article out that it's not as transmissible on surfaces?
So there's some yes, the CDC changed the guidelines that they do not believe that is the main form of transmission. And I don't think they ever believed it was the main form of transmission. They always believe person to person, but there were recommendations to be safe to disinfect. So they're saying that they don't believe it's a form. Yes, it's still possible, but they don't recommend. And they said this a month ago that you don't have to wipe every package you buy from a supermarket. You don't have to go crazy. However, they say if you feel more comfortable, you still can. There's no downside to doing it. But look, that's good to know. It doesn't live on surfaces, and that's not the main form of transmission, because right, the biggest fear is public transportation, right? Everyone touching a metal handle, touching a seat. If you're sick and you touching and someone comes next to you, so it is a good thing that no, that's not the main form of transmission. However, they are seeing that they didn't know as like months ago that it lives in the air. The fact for 3 hours. So if someone
Mhm.
coughs, it could live there for 3 hours, and if you walk into that mist, and somewhere you even realize you might be in a restroom, someone coughed or at the urinal, you walk up to the urinal, and now you could potentially be at risk.
Yeah.
So that's what sucks, is I said we almost need like a black light that we could shine that you see the virus and just run away. Like, oh my God, there it is. I'm out.
God.
Good news. Dave found out his mom has antibodies. So that is very good news. Dave, just be careful with the fact of how inaccurate the test is. That's the only caveat to the antibody test right now. It's 15 out of 100 of them are inaccurate. So don't use that as a, hey, my mom now could go out and not wear a mask and do everything else. Be careful. And did you guys read the CDC guidelines for school starting? So, yes.
I haven't.
The CDC put out a bunch of stuff. Now there was a real one, and then there was a fake one that was going around the internet. So the one that was saying that you desk had to be 6 feet apart, facing the same way. It was all this stuff that made it look like him crazy. That was fake. That is not what the CDC put out. The CDC put out guidelines that basically stated that there were certain things that schools had to do to make sure they
have to go back to school, Mike. They have to figure out.
They are going to go. They're going to go. I think they are going to be back in school by September.
Not they. We think they have to. Okay.
Well, I agree.
Your children are young. I understand. My son is getting used to, I don't want to go outside. Why do we got to go outside? Why can't we just stay home all day? Everything is fine staying in the house all day. That's a problem, guys.
Right.
So number one, you ask Massimo, we got to go to a drive-by parade. Oh, man, enough with these goddamn drive-by parades. Why can't I just stay in the house? Why do I have to go outside? This is, and there's a kid that hockey player loves to be out there. So they have to go back. They need to add filtrations to the HVAC, maybe use better filters. Maybe each classroom needs to have some. They're going
to take their temperatures as they walk in. There's going to be
so.
And look, so these were the guidelines that were put through, and it basically goes through this. If you meet the safeguard, don't meet the safeguards. It goes through about like these guidelines. But people were sharing this whole fake stuff on the internet. And that's the problem with the internet. You see a lot of fake stuff.
Well, there was something I want to share from the internet. If you could share my screen.
Yes. Christina joined, but she has no video. So
yeah, whatever.
What is Anthony? What?
Valderrap is trying to make amends with me on Facebook.
Is it bad that I go on his stream and call him Valderrap on his stream?
Should I flag him for spam?
Yes, I think you should. Do it. Just don't
post.
All right, let's talk about Dave for a second. Because Dave, her COVID test was negative. She might have had COVID before that, and you didn't even know it. When she was sick that time, might have not been COVID. All right, but talking about Dave for a second. So yesterday on Gotham After Dark, there was an amazing guy, Anthony Cucurello or something. What's his last name? Cucurello. And he cooked. He did a cooking segment, and he cooked fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. And Dave very thoughtfully delivered me chicken and macaroni and cheese, and also the mas, so we could eat it on the air.
That was very, very cool.
That was very nice. But after thinking about it more, and last night, I think it's because Dave hates me. And why is that? That was by far, I am going to go out and say, the best macaroni and cheese that I have ever had. And he doesn't work at a restaurant, so I can never have that macaroni and cheese again. So you have basically, Dave, ruined macaroni and cheese for me forever. And I think you did that purposely, knowing that you gave me this amazing dish that your friend cooked that was delicious. And that's it. I'll never be able to have it again. And I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Like he really just doesn't like me. It was like his way to just really hurt me. Right. Because if you think about it, if you go to a restaurant and you love something, you could go back to a restaurant. This guy doesn't have a restaurant. He cooks at his house. When am I going to call Dave's friend up? Be like, hey, what are you and your wife eating for dinner? You're making mac and cheese tonight? I'll be over at 10, like 7. You can place orders. Well, and I told my wife, like, and I woke her up at 3 a.m. She yelled at me when we finally got off show. I was like, that was the best mac and cheese I ever had. I saved you half, like, in the fridge, and I saved you chicken. It was delicious. It kind of reminded me of Mike DeLeo's mac and cheese, who works right at Love Earth with you still. Is he still there?
Yes, he's still there.
Yeah, so his mac and cheese when he owned Chef Mike's Rodizio was excellent. This Anthony's mac and cheese tasted very similar, but I liked it just a tag better. Like, it was one of the best mac and cheeses. It probably the best mac and cheese I ever had. So it was excellent, and then the fried chicken was delicious as well.
High praise.
Did you? Do you agree? Did you like the mac and cheese?
I did. I liked the whole meal. The problem is that it was late. I was drinking wine, mac and cheese, and fried chicken don't go. I would have and no disrespect. It was very, very, very good. I wish I would have just had it a little bit earlier with a beer. I mean, I was running. We had some issues at the office with a virtual prom that we did, and it was just it was just a long night.
How does that work? A virtual prom,
Laura? It is a terrible, terrible.
It sounds terrible.
So we did it, and the platform that we used was not supposed to have a comment feed, and they added the feature of a comment feed, and the graduates were just what they were. Man, we'll leave it alone.
They were high school students.
Yeah, they were 17 years old.
So we to go and do something nice turned into shut it down, and then we just we had to come up with a new platform and so on and so forth. We're not going to disclose what the school was, who the school was. It's not right, but it just But the thought of again, another reason why everybody wants to make everything virtual. Virtual events need to be carefully planned out. And a conference can be virtual. You can never replace a live event with dancing and interacting the way, it's different. Because the things that people would say, everyone's a tough guy behind this. Or tough girl. Let's be politically correct. Most people would not say, yo, DJ, you suck. Change the effing music to your face. They'd be like, hey, bud, excuse me, can I make a request? Yeah, no problem. But, everybody becomes a tough guy. And it sucks. But whatever, we fixed it. We moved on. We're going to have a new platform, and we're going to bury it. Mike, it's going to be similar to how we do the virtual graduations. But, it is what it is. So it is what it is. Staten Island ferry service back up to every half hour. Just breaking news just came in. But
well, more ferry service is better than packing people on. If the whole point, if you want to keep social distancing, is have more things so you don't have as many people piling into one. So it's smart on their end. Keyboard warriors. Is that what I would be called? I'm a keyboard warrior. I love the Jay and Silent Bob, the original Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Lord, did you ever see that, or are you too young for that one? Oh, Moss probably never saw that either, right? Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? No. But it's great because there's a movie being made about them, and they found out there's like a thing called movie poop shoot. It's supposed to be like the Rotten Tomatoes, and people are reviewing, and they're like, people are talking back. What the fuck's the internet? Like, they don't even know what the internet is, and they're like, the internet. And it's Ben Affleck saying, he's like, the internet is a place that people in their underwear sit in their parents' basement and talk shit about others. And they're like, and the whole point of the movie is they're going to go to stop the movie because they don't want to be on the internet and have negative things said about them. And then at the end of the movie, they start going to people's houses and they're like, is this you? And the guy answers, like, yeah, and they start beating them up. Like, they're ringing the people, hunting down everyone who said anything bad about them. It is a great movie. Have you ever seen, Mallrats?
Mallrats. No.
Pacing Aiden, Dogma, Clerks. They're all Kevin Smith movies. Christina, bring her in. She probably seen these.
Yeah.
Yo, you've seen the Kevin Smith movies, right? Like Mallrats.
I've seen a couple of them.
Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
I think so. I know I saw like 2 out of 3 of them, I think.
There's been way more than 3.
But I think like by the time I cared about it, it was 3. So
I've seen 2 out of 3. I'm like,
I
think
remember
there's
like
7 or 8.
I think I remember distinctly seeing one in high school. I don't know which one it was. Like, I'm not a fan like you are, for sure.
They're very good. Dogma was a great movie, and the problem with Dogma is it was a Harvey Weinstein movie, and everything that went down with Harvey Weinstein, that was one movie he kept that Miramax thing and bought like sell off, and it'll never be released because he's like in prison and it's in his vault. So, like Dogma, if you look on eBay, like the DVDs and the Blu-rays of it go for like hundreds of dollars. It's on no streaming platforms because no one has the rights to sell it. It's an amazing movie. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon play angels, and it's a really good movie. Like if it's ever on TV, you should definitely check it out. Dogma is probably an amazing movie. Can you
Probably
give
will
more?
never be on TV either.
If
Is
it
Jimmy
doesn't
outside
register,
my house for some reason?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, that's not him. It was like the same exact truck pulling up the same exact way he always pulls up. I guess it's not him though.
I am dying. Laura needs some '90s education. And to be fair, Laura, were you even born in the '90s?
I was born 97. I was born at the end of the 90s, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, can you give Laura homework to watch these movies? Like they're like if you like comedy, like do you like stupid comedies?
I'm picky with my comedy. Yeah.
Clerks is a very sophisticated comedy. That's the first one they did. It's in black and white and it's very dialogue heavy. It's a very good movie, but it's
Why
very
is it in black and white?
because when he did it, they did it themselves and they couldn't afford color, so they actually did
Really?
it in black and white. So he like there's and Clerks 2 was in color. Clerks 2 was extremely raunchy. Clerks 1 was not as raunchy, but they're like they play like a pothead. It's like and they're like drug dealers who hang out the store. It's really funny. Like you probably if I show you a picture of Jay and Silent Bob, you will recognize them.
Yeah, she would definitely recognize them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's Jay and Silent Bob. And their characters go through all of the movies. So basically the first movie was Clerks, then there was Mallrats, then Chasing Amy was their serious movie, comedy series.
That sounds familiar to me.
Right, and that was a movie where she Ben Affleck fell in love with Amy, who was a lesbian, and then him trying to like convert her, and she falls in love with him. Like it's a great movie, and she was a great actress back in the day. She kind of fell off the face of the earth. They're really good movies, and Dogma was excellent, and that was Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith, who's Silent Bob, were the creator, were amazing friends, and then they had a huge falling out, and they didn't talk for years. And they finally, apparently, I think this year, apologized and talked. And Ben Affleck was in the new movie they just did, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which was a good movie and makes fun of reboots, and they're fun movies. Stan Lee, who does the Marvel creator, was in Mallrats, like because this was before Stan Lee was in anything. Like this was back before Stan Lee was always popping up in Marvels as what's that called when he shows up?
A cameo.
Cameos, yes. Thank you. He was actually a supporting actor, and they're good movies. Like I would try Clerks. If you like Clerks, that's the hardest one to probably like because it's a very dialogue heavy. Moss is so bored right now. He's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'd rather put needles in my eyes.
Yeah, this is a pretty lame combo.
All right, we're done talking lame combo. So what's fun combo? What do we got?
I don't know. You
fucking interactive for 4 hours.
Moss is like, I don't know. Let's end the show. It's just 20 minutes. So we do have to come up with a plan. Todd is not here. And we, last night after you dropped off, they were talking Moss again about how the show is going to go. In terms, do we do breakfast with Bloomy 5 days a week, half an hour, keep it short? Thing is, well,
too many. It's too many.
But no. Well, keep in mind, this is again only why we're in quarantine. Once we go out of quarantine, breakfast with Bloomy will be 1 day a week. That's it. It's out of quarantine. I get back to reality. I can't be here every day. Unfortunately, I love all my fans, but I can't. This would just be why we're in quarantine. But even maybe we don't. Now, I will not be doing a breakfast with Bloomy tomorrow. Nicole's grandmother's funeral is, so we're gonna put up like a memorial for her during breakfast with Bloomy. If I don't know if Moss wants to do a midday tomorrow or not, that will be up to Moss.
I have a guest, so I have to, or else I would.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Chris Williams is coming on tomorrow, right?
No, that's today.
For today? Oh.
Who's your guest tomorrow?
The computer's the one at the cafe, by the way.
We'll talk about that after because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Anthony spoke.
I know.
To
No, he ain't.
Yeah, you told him to call Hewlett Packard because it was under warranty. He can't get anyone on the phone.
Okay.
I talked to him. I'm looking.
I don't even, how long ago was that? I spoke to him a week ago.
I don't know. Oh, Matt Rosello. He's a nurse. I believe he's a nurse from. I don't think he's a doctor, but he works in the hospital. I thought he was a nurse. So.
Oh, you must. Did you train today?
Yes, I wasn't supposed to train today because I have hockey with Massimo at 12 o'clock. And yeah.
How much did you run?
I did a mile.
How you feel? Do you feel like it's getting easier?
No, it's definitely my legs are killing me. Jen Finch, did you get my contract?
Are you supposed to do it every day, or are you supposed to take days off?
You're supposed to. I mean, I remember back in the day training. You know, you're supposed to have a rest day. But guys, I'm walking right now. I'm doing a mile or two, walking, light jog. My legs are sore, so I'm just gonna continue to walk. You know, I gotta go play with him for an hour. So an hour of skating is gonna be like, you know, who knows how much.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna be jello. Tomorrow I may take off. You know, tomorrow there's no breakfast with Bloomy. I won't set my alarm for 6 a.m. Whenever I get up, I'll get that extra sleep. If my legs feel a little bit better, I'll trade. But you know what? My legs felt like shit today. And you know what? I rolled over, and for 10 minutes, I kind of stretched a little bit. And I said, let me go do my thing.
Something you should invest in is called a BCAA, branched chain amino acids. It helps with muscle recovery and it helps with muscle soreness. So it's just a powder. It's like any flavor in the world you could literally get. Invest in one of those. You mix it in with your water and it literally like helps you not be as sore and feel as shitty.
I dig when I used to work out. I enjoy working out, but there's nothing worse than leg day. Like, why is it the legs after you wake up and you're like, oh my God. You're like, oh my God, I can't walk. You like,
well, and the worst thing about leg day is actually if you have a legit leg day, your legs should be more sore the second day after than they are the first day. It's called delayed onset muscle soreness. So legs are like notorious for 2 days after you work out being in worse shape than you were the day after. Like always.
And then nothing worse than also like you do your buys and tries. And then you go to take a shower and you're in the shower and you're like, I can't lift my arms to touch my head. It's like, it's the worst. But I do miss working out. Like I enjoy working out, and my body type is, even though I'm heavy, when I work out, it works very quickly and I build up quickly. So that's a good thing. I was supposed to start working out like 7 months ago with my buddy Jimmy. We went to the gym one time, and then he's like, all right, we're going to do this. And then every time I call Jimmy, all right, we going to the gym? All right, I'm not going now. And so I kept waiting. Like, I can't do it myself. Like,
you have to do a schedule, though. You can't just 5 o'clock one day, 8 o'clock one day, and expect Jimmy to show up. Like, if you plan for 7:30 every night or 10 o'clock every night, you know, you gotta go.
That's what we were trying to do, but he didn't want to do nights.
He don't want to do nothing, probably.
Right. He also didn't want to do mornings, right? He was like, he wanted to kind of do it in the middle of the workday. And I'm like, we can't really commit to the middle of the workday. You know, we work. He's like, I'm like, it's not like, hey, okay, it's 11 o'clock, wherever we are, like, stop working, time to go to the gym. So I would probably do it like late at night. Like I would like to do it after my doors go bed, like so 9:30, 10. And he didn't want to do that, but he also didn't want to wake up at 6 a.m. and go.
Yeah. So. My favorite time to train used to be at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I used to work from home, so I can make my own schedule. 10 o'clock in the morning was the best time because you set yourself up for the rest of the day. You don't want to eat like shit after you train. Like you're looking forward to the night and like getting your supplements and my water. And like I was a nerd about it though. So like I probably was a little bit different than most. But
like I'm a little mad at you.
What did I do?
I mean, you asked for your you asked for assistance a couple days ago about breaking 1,000 likes. You were at 998. I shared it. Now you're at 1,000.
I did not personally thank you. Thank you. We did break 1,000. Christina did post something, and yes,
what did you got post? Come on.
I don't even know what I posted.
She posted a thank you.
Look, Moss, instead of mouthing off through a fucking screen. How about that?
Oh, keyboard warrior. She's getting mad.
Tough behind the computer.
Yeah, it's always like fucking behind the screen.
You're now. He just posted over you now, Christina. Now you're on his bad side.
Wow.
Good. Good.
You know what, Chris? This maybe
congratulations. Makes you feel good.
Look, I love his new camera angle. Now he just always looks like he's looking down. Like he's looking at you.
He looks like the Penguin Man from Batman at this angle. The fuck? I should put a fucking post-it note on my screen too.
Wow. Did someone piss what Cheerios this morning?
It's the attitudes all aboard. It's always the attitude.
Can I be honest?
Make fun of me, but I can't make fun of anyone else.
Can I be honest? This is great. As you guys argue, the viewership is jumping. This is great. Keep it going.
Keep it going. Keep getting people.
Yeah, people love conflict. They're like, yes, Christina's finally gonna punch Moss in the face. Keep it going. Keep it going.
She would never punch me in the face. It's just not something she would do.
Yeah, because she's afraid she would hurt her.
I would never punch her.
I mean, there's no reason to get physical. Like, in order to get really, really, really violent, you got to have a reason, guys.
Yeah, but like I get filled with rage very easily. Like if there's something that's like worth fighting for, no, seriously, like I can't fight because I will black out.
I can't wait to. We never told Laura about your Dave and Buster story.
Let's wait.
We'll do that.
Not now.
But all right, so Todd's not here, so we could talk a little bit about him. Yeah, he annoys me so much on Gotham After Dark, Moss, because he just throws you in the green room. If you say something he doesn't like, he literally puts you in the green room for 5 minutes. And like, I'm so tempted to just leave the show.
You guys do that to him for like 10 seconds, but he leaves you for 5 minutes if you do that.
We do it to him as a joke because he does it. But he does it to us like he literally, he doesn't like what you're saying. He puts you in the green room and that's it. Like to the point I had to call Mike Graziuso yesterday and his phone starts ringing. They're like, who's calling you this late? And Mike looks and picks up. I'm like, can you put me on the screen? Because I'm going to go. I'm like, this is annoying.
Yeah, that's a waste of your time. For real.
But then I started putting up little notes. Were you there when I was putting up my little notes on my camera?
Oh, that was great. You did a good job.
It was fun. Like, because I had a different camera angle yesterday. They got mad. He got mad at me because I started playing guitar at one point because he put me in the green room. So I started picking up my guitar, and apparently the laptop, the microphone was directly on my amplifier. So every chord I would play, they said they would just kill them. What are we looking at? Is that you driving? Oh, it is.
That's me driving yesterday.
Whose was yesterday? Michael's cause, right?
Michael Capolango's birthday drive-by. So that's me in the rig. Pretty cool. Aviation did a flyover. NYPD was there. I guess I represented the members of the FDNY. So
Todd is apologizing on Facebook. He must have gotten word we're talking about him. His ears are probably ringing. But yeah, it was. So how many cars were there? Was there a lot?
Yeah, there was. If I had to guess, there was probably 50 cars.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah, one of the American Car Club associations came out with like 20, 25 cars. There might have even been more, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. We know that Christina is not a fan of the drive-bys.
It's just overboard.
Listen, I hate to do it.
Yeah.
It really breaks my heart and everything I stand for as a proud American to agree with Christina. They were getting a little old.
Yeah. It's just
I get it, but how you say people in the beginning could celebrate their birthday and people, if you're later, you're screwed. So that's why once you started something, you don't have to keep going. Yeah, so I had a different angle. They said they liked this angle. I was much more relaxed.
I like that angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my other room.
You don't like my angle. I look like the Penguin.
But this is our
I'm
professional
gonna hear this
show.
for the rest of my life now. Like fucking marriage. I say one insult, that's a half-assed insult.
No.
And I'm gonna
You're
hear
a
this.
little out of line.
I'm sorry. All right, Mas. I will say it on our live. I'm sorry.
Wow, Mike, would you ever think you hear Christina say she's sorry?
No.
I'm
She's. Oh, guess who's here? Hold on. Let's see.
Serious question.
He probably knows we're talking about him. Hold on.
He's too small. Don't even bring him on.
That would be. We could just leave him there.
Just make me
Like he leaves me in the green room all day.
Morning.
What's up?
What's up?
Hi, Laura.
I don't like your attitude.
Okay.
So before we get started with the ball breaking, because we only have 20 minutes left, are we doing a show? Are we doing any shows Monday or in observation of Memorial Day? We are closed.
We are closed Memorial Day. We decided that yesterday. Well, after you jumped off the show.
Well, we were on for 2 hours. How much longer do you want me to stay on there?
We were on for 2.5, I think, right?
Dave sent us a nice moving image of the American flag that I think each show is I think we're gonna post, which was really nice of Dave.
I like Dave. Except, like I said this morning, Dave hates me because he gave me the best mac and cheese I ever had, and I'll never have it again.
Wait, what?
You missed it because you're too busy doing advanced interviews. What I said this morning is, after thinking about it, Dave hates me. He delivered me the best mac and cheese I ever had in my life, and I'll never be able to have it again. So he clearly hates my gut. What's that? What are we looking at? Massimo, yes, we know. Volderap shared it.
Volderap is trying to make peace with me.
That's the first time I've seen it featured on the main feed. Moss, you are kind of a big deal.
Don't get Christina going, all right? We already fought this morning.
I can't.
Bickering like bitches.
What's that, Christina?
I said we've been bickering like bitches.
So
That's awesome.
I didn't watch it yet. I was going to watch it, and then I think I have an amazing guest for midday with Moss next week, Michael Capitelli. He's going to get clearance. I don't know if you guys know who Michael is. Michael is like the superintendent of the Archdiocese schools. I'm going to actually find out exactly what his title is. But he's a big shot in the school system for the Archdiocese. And I was talking to him. I just wanted to check in with him. And basically, in the middle of that, he spoke as he goes, "What are you doing to pass the time?" I said, "I'm doing my show." He goes, "Oh yeah, I watch it." He's the assistant superintendent of the schools for the Archdiocese in New York. So he's a friend, the client. He used to be a competitor. He used to be partners with Alex from E Squared, believe it or not. St. Joseph by the Sea graduated in 2000. He did go to school with Valderrap. I asked him if he wanted to be a guest on the show, so he just has to get the blessing from, I guess he's got to call the Vatican and tell the Pope, Mas and, the Grand Poobah will probably be like, "Oh, I know Mas," and he'll be like, "You want me to come on the show?"
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay.
So yeah, I put little signs up. That was the only way I would get airtime. I had to put signs up. They wanted to come put me up if I was up. Now, are any of you good enough to know where that is from?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
South Park.
Very good. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Cartman was the best.
Awesome. I loved him as when he was the
Laura
sheriff.
definitely never saw South Park.
I've seen South Park. My sister watches it a lot.
It's still. Oh wait, that's right. It's still on.
Yeah, it's still running. Yeah,
Is that the longest running? No, Simpsons is still on, right?
Probably longer, yeah.
The Simpsons.
Are they still new though, or did they cancel it?
I don't know because they've got to be on like season 20 something.
Way more than that.
Way more than that.
Really?
How
You're
many?
older than 20, and that's been on longer than you.
Valid. That is a good point.
Oh, my head is killing me today.
Simpsons has been on for 31 seasons.
That's how old I am. It's been on as long as I've been alive, I guess.
That is crazy. All right, how many South Park? South Park saw 23. That's crazy.
Oh,
though.
wow.
Well, let's think
Yeah,
of
that
this.
makes sense because it came out when I was in like elementary school and everyone had an "I Killed Kenny" shirt on.
Yeah.
So
Are you
inappropriate.
serious? Really?
Yeah.
In elementary school?
Character on everyone's shirt.
So here's the thing to think about with South Park, right? So South Park came out, I think, when I was in either junior high or high school, and 23 years. I'm 36. So I was 13, so probably freshman year of high school. And it was so bad. Like I love the show, but I remember parents hating the show.
Yeah.
Oh my
parents
God,
were
yeah.
couldn't wear
Like-
it in like school anymore. It was bad.
Right. Like the pilot episode was Santa Claus fighting Jesus. Like that was like the pilot episode.
So good.
And
Remember when
Like-
the animations, their mouths used to go like this?
yeah, like yeah.
Everyone was what's Kyle's brother's name?
Not
The
Ike.
cutest one.
Ike.
Ike. Everyone looked like Ike, and it was, if you look back now, it's like, God, that's awful. But
Right now they
then it
do it
was
on
amazing.
computers, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never forget. They made national news when, what was it? Elian Gonzalez in Cuba. Remember that? They turned that around in like a couple days. Remember when the baby was in the closet? That famous photo
Yeah.
with a guy with a gun with the baby in the closet with his father or
Right.
something. They did a whole episode surrounding that situation. They turned it around in like less than a week, and they did like a
Wow.
behind the scenes of watching everyone work like nonstop to get that going. But at that point, it was computer. So, but I think
But
it's
they-
really cool what they do.
But they said that was the whole thing with South Park is they would always like wait and do it only like 2 or 3 days before it would air because they wanted current events in it. Like that was the
they're
whole
always
thing.
super relevant.
And it's
Yeah.
super relevant.
That's great.
But to go back and think it's 23 seasons, I can remember my grandmother season 1 being like, "This show is garbage. It's gonna be off the air. This is how could you watch this shit?"
That's
23
crazy. People
seasons
still
later.
say that.
long.
People
right?
still hate that show.
My family made that an event. Well, not my mom, but my dad and my brother and myself. Every time it was a new episode, we watched. It was like 24. Jack Bauer. Like when that came out, the three of us.
By far,
What's that, Moss?
that was 24. Was a show.
You know, I've never seen it.
Oh my
Really?
God. You know, Mike, I mean, it takes a lot for me to.
You ever see Breaking Bad, Moss?
I did. I couldn't get into it, bro.
So
Really?
Todd, you?
No.
Really, Todd? That's a great show. Sons of Anarchy, Moss?
Couldn't get into it.
Great show.
And I ride a motorcycle.
Well, Sons of Anarchy took like 4 episodes to get into it. Breaking Bad took about 3. But Breaking Bad was one of the best shows. Like, and Sons of Anarchy was really good. Sons of Anarchy was so good that Nicole and I watched it, and then like a week later, she rewatched the whole series by herself. It's a good show. What, 24, I heard is good. I've never watched.
Bro,
Yeah.
it is. When it was over, I was like, nothing will ever touch 24.
Do you like that better than Sopranos?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch Homeland?
I
The beginning.
I watched a couple episodes, but I never
Homeland
really.
was great. Homeland was amazing.
Chris,
The first 3 seasons.
Yeah, till they
were
killed
amazing.
Brody.
Even after they killed Brody, the 3rd season was great. When she had
double
the
agent, triple agent. He's working for them. He's not working for them. It got to the point where it was like, but 24. I mean, was 24 was.
The basis about 24 and how the story is shot. It goes through a day.
Right, 24 hours, right? 24
Yeah.
episodes, hour each,
So just
real
think
time.
about filming that, right? So you need continuity shot through that many freaking episodes, and you need to have a storyline that is like, so you have different plot lines, right? So everything needs to wind up together in such a way and presented in such a way, and it has such great pace, and that little countdown, beep, 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 like it always kept you on the edge of your seat, and they always came with some excellent twist. Really did.
Was season 2 like the next day or a different day?
Oh, Moss, I don't remember.
Like, was it
No,
it consistent days?
It was
Or be later.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But it would still, but each season would be one day.
I think so. Yeah, I think 24,
Right.
24 episodes that last what? 24 divided by 4 these weeks is 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months. Yeah, 6 months for a season. That sounds right.
Great.
Yeah, well, typical seasons are 21 to 24 episodes.
I got to
Yeah.
tell you the truth. 24 was so good that if I was to do my life outside of wanting to be a fireman, I may have wanted to get into like counterterrorism, homeland security.
Espionage.
Oh yeah.
What?
Not a
PJ,
firefighter, a spy.
Now, another movie, another
No,
TV show.
I don't want to be a spy. I want to be the guy that's like running into the building to try to save the world.
It sounds like a spy.
Pretty big deal.
Another series that I never watched, but I heard was amazing was The Wire.
I've been my ex used to ask me to watch that like every day, and I watched the first episode and just could not get into it. He says you need to do more than that, but he raves about it still till this day.
I've heard that was a great show, and then there was another firefighter show that
Rescue
everyone
Me.
loved. Yes, is that one good?
That was good. That was cool. It made me think of Backdraft, the movie. You remember Backdraft?
Yeah.
That was like one of the first movies where I was like scared out of my shoes watching the fire backdraft and whatnot.
Backdraft ride at Universal Studios. It was fucking terrifying.
The real when they followed.
What's that?
Was Rescue Me the real one where they were following real calls?
No, it was Rescue Me was
That made that guy real famous.
yeah, famous. What's his name?
I thought it was again another show so well done.
I've
really,
heard great things about that show.
Yeah, that was also a good show. Are we a fan of the Chicago series, the Chicago trifecta?
Never seen them.
I'm not either. I'm literally just
Chicago,
throwing shit out there.
Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, watched everyone.
You watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's another great show? SEAL Team.
Never.
I
want to
watch that.
Oh my God, Desiree's not into it, but it's just I know a couple of SEALs, and
because he was going to be a SEAL, and so he kept in touch with them.
Mike, you know what? I wouldn't even joke. You know how hard it is to actually go through like that rigorous training to be in the military, special forces. I mean,
a big deal.
Imagine the high of kicking in a door and just running to a building.
Well, now just imagine they're special forces, and they don't even go on the field. There's special force agents who are behind the keyboard, controlling, hacking. They're special force agents who are computer guys. I know you're making that face, but and they would, and I guarantee if you ask a special force guy, they would consider them just as important because they're the ones who can hacking, get the information, tell you where Osama bin Laden is going to be. Yeah. Here's this, here's that.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. As exciting as this may be.
Oh, I know. Yeah, there's nothing more than kicking in, taking the gun, and shooting. Yeah, but
Chuck
we played
Norris,
on
the whole
Counter-Strike. That was a great movie. Oh man, what was that?
That's like a Spider-Man. Spider-Man. What is it? Homecoming, being the man behind the man, being the man at the keyboard. Oh, is it man at the keyboard? I think it is. He says.
No, the man in the chair.
Oh,
man in the chair.
God, I am done. Done. This is war.
Volder Rap did something.
Look at this. My wife just delivered me breakfast that she ordered. We got Starbucks coffee.
Are you serious? She doesn't come on our show. We ask her.
Get her on the phone right now.
You get her on the phone. You call her. I can't. I'll fight with her. All right. Another great show, Entourage. Amazing show.
Oh my God, that show is great. So,
did you ever see that, Laura? Or is that
You want to hear a funny?
I have not, though. I have heard a lot of people talk about it.
Funny Adrian Grenier story.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I'm actually gonna. You gotta give me a second here because this is a really good story. I mean, it doesn't get much. This is Moss perfect. You don't get better than this.
Did you ever see
what happened? Is she making fun of me again?
No, I said I'm so hungry right now. I woke up so nauseous and now I'm like starving.
She saw me eating.
Did you see Entourage, Christina?
No, I never got into that show. I've seen a couple episodes, but I never watched it.
Great show.
How about Ballers, the one out now with The Rock?
Sex in the City, like.
Sex in the was good.
Guys that watch Sex in the City, but it's not their favorite show.
I watched Sex in the City.
watched
Yeah,
Podcast, my favorite
I didn't
show.
watch like every episode, but I've definitely watched and been like, "Oh, intriguing,
You know,
interesting."
it is-
So that's what you girls are thinking.
Sex in the City still holds up like 20 years later, and I've actually watched the whole 6 seasons with one of my exes a few years ago, and
Wow.
he liked it after getting
Good
into it.
show.
It was like it's a
Good
great
guys.
story, like it's addictingly good. I can see what the
Good
hype's
show.
about now.
And I learned something. Great show, and I learned all about women's shoes because Desiree wanted the Pikachu.
Manolo
Mobile.
baby.
Before she said it, and the next day, she had them, and I realized how expensive they were.
Yeah, $4.95.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were more
Some of
than
them get.
$4. They were more like when I paid. I think because I had to have them next day.
Well, it depends on which ones you got too. The typical Manolo Blahnik slide in with the gem is $4.95.
I don't remember which one I bought, but I think it was a little bit more. I thought I paid like $800, but I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? All right. So before you share my screen, forget it. You shared it already.
No one's sorry. It was so quick. Go ahead.
So 2 years ago, we're doing Jersey City 4th of July. The mayor asked me to MC the show. So
I think you told this story.
I'm emceeing the show, and the mayor goes, hey, Mas, my friend Adrian's going to be on the show later. He's going to be on. He goes, I'm going to need you to introduce him. I said, no problem. So sure enough, it's me, the mayor, and Adrian Grenier. So the mayor's like, this is my friend Adrian. He's going to do a segment about, people shouldn't use plastic straws anymore and use paper straws. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I said, it's a really, it's a really good initiative. I'm like, anything special you want me to say about you? And he goes, I'm Adrian Grenier. I'm like, I'm Massimo Dodana. He goes, I'm like, anything else? He goes, you could just tell him I'm Adrian. I'm like, from where? He's like, you might have seen me from the HBO series Entourage. I'm like, no. I'm like, wow, you look fucking different in person. And
They always do. They always do.
so here's the picture of me and him hanging out backstage.
Oh wow.
He does look a little different there.
He looks totally
He has
different.
shorter hair there.
Come on, guys, give me credit.
He had long hair in Entourage, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
did he?
short hair.
What was his name on Entourage?
Hold on. Johnny Chase was the
Vinny
brothers. Vinny Chase.
Vinny Chase. He goes, you may know me, you may want to introduce me from the HBO series Entourage, Vinny Chase. And I'm like, wow, you look so different in person.
He's so dreamy.
Very handsome. He has a
He
very
is dreamy. Oh my god.
Those
Those eyes.
he was in that movie, The Devil Wears Prada, and he was super cute in that.
Oh yeah, he was the boyfriend, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I'll
That
give
is
you
a
that.
good movie.
Yes, Moss, you look cute in the picture too.
Yeah, man, sorry, I forgot. I was
Obviously.
thinking back.
I'm wearing the same shirt.
But you told
Shocking.
that story. Where did he tell it? Did he tell us
I
that
never
story on
heard
one of
that,
these in
so I
the
don't know.
beginning? Todd's like, yes, in the beginning.
You got to remember, we've been doing this for fucking way too long, and a lot of our shit is
We're
recycled.
recycling now.
Not that we're recycling viewers, but I'm so happy to see cuz Willie's on.
Yeah, I know. And
I'm really
Marco was
excited.
on yesterday.
And then Marco was on yesterday. I got shades of early March. Ugh, that's gross. That's
Right.
gross.
Marco was on every day in the beginning, then just pieced out. And we never saw him again.
Yeah, I don't know why you left us.
So are you gonna call Croupy? Is that gonna be our finale before we end today's
we'll
show?
call- We're going to call Croupy right now. Hold on.
When is she going on? Tonight?
Tomorrow.
I don't understand. I've asked her to come on. But wait, hold on. Before you call her, what Rap doesn't realize is the camera angle she's gonna be at. Remember with the keyboard cutting her off. Rap's gonna be so. Did you see the picture, Laura, of her using?
I hope Rap
He's
has
gonna
the
be
presence of mind to tell
I'm
her, hey,
calling,
listen,
I'm
change
calling.
your camera.
I've told her to change camera. She yells at me, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. What's wrong with it? It's the laptop you sold me. I'm like, angle it.
Hold on one second.
She's at work. I'm so sorry that you crashed.
Oh my God. Well, definitely don't drive it then. All right, you're
The
welcome.
only people that get happy when you get into a car wreck. Hey, what's up, Croupy?
Hi, Massimo. What's up?
I just want to let you know you're dead to me.
Why?
Where are you going tonight? What are you going to do tonight at 7 o'clock?
Oh, God. He wanted to speak to me about Kiwanis.
Oh, about Kiwanis.
We would have let you talk about Kiwanis.
She won't come on our show, Mike, but she goes on Rapachulo's show.
Why? It's not like you actually asked me. You asked me in passing. It's not like you actually said, "Oh, he said."
I've asked you. I've said, Michelle, you should come on the show. You don't listen to me either. Volderap asked you, and we're good.
You're on the show when I'm working, and then you're on the show when I'm getting ready to go to bed.
So you can come on Gotham After Dark before you and Jimmy do the horizontal hokey pokey.
No,
They don't do that.
at 10. I'm usually ready for bed by like 9:30.
What about 3 o'clock? What about, hey, Moss? Moss, with all the Moss.
Some of us do work, Massimo.
Oh, sorry. Some of us have a job. So now you're making fun of me for being unemployed.
Ouch. Ouch, that hurts.
No, now,
See,
but,
this is why I don't want to go on.
you know, and then you're going on
Fair
a show
point.
of my enemy. You're going on to with Anthony
He's your
Rapachulo.
best friend. You love him.
No, I am not speaking
Oh,
to him.
Volderap.
Boulder Rap. Today marks 16 days, and I'm not 16 days with no rap.
Okay, you know what? I'll go on Gotham at 10 o'clock on Friday because Saturday's a late day for me.
We don't do it on Friday.
Friday.
And
Well, I don't know what to tell you then.
I'm going to tell you, Jimmy's so much cooler than you.
He is, right?
I mean, I don't understand. You could have said, guys, listen, I'd love to come on the show. Can you guys maybe come to my shop, help promote my business and broadcast there? No problem, Michelle. I'll spend tens of thousands of dollars that I don't have just to come to your shop to have you on my show. But no, now you make fun of me. I'm a loser. I have no job. I can't be like you. All right? And you go on Val the Rap show. With all due respect, I can't wait for your presidency to be over because if it wasn't, I'd turn around and I'd fucking beat your ass.
I thought we were best friends, Michelle. You won't come on my show.
She's not your friend. She don't even like us. She gave us up for Rapachulo.
Volderap. You can't call him Rapachulo anymore.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
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 I really have issues.
But I have asked her a bunch of times. I'm like, Michelle, come on the show. Michelle, come on the show. Volderap asked.
Volderap.
He did have to get one of his own guests.
That is the only guess he has that he hasn't stolen from us.
No, he had the mac and cheese guy, but we had the better mac and cheese guy. That guy yesterday was delicious.
You guys keep talking about mac and cheese, and I'm gonna have to get some today now.
I'll ask.
Like,
Wait, Dave. Are you volunteering at that certain location that you volunteer at sometimes? I thought I saw them making mac and cheese today.
He works at the food bank.
Who actually made the mac and cheese, Dave?
No,
his friend Anthony Cuccarelli.
Our friend Anthony Cuccarulo.
Hold on. At least when Dave brings a food guest on, we can see him. When Bavona brings a food guest on, this is all you see.
Here we go. Lights off.
Yeah, that's a steak. Yeah, I'm making chicken palm. Oh, well, thanks. Think, it looks great. Yeah, sorry, the internet's a little bad here in Pennsylvania.
No.
Mike, back me
Here,
up.
wait, yeah, oh yeah. Well, or here's Mike doing his flip cup. All right, we're gonna play flip cup. We're playing flip cup now. Hello. You guys have the worst internet. I don't even understand. It's like, it's so bad. Like he was playing flip cup, Mike, the other day. You couldn't even see him. Oh, here he goes. He's yelling out the window.
FedEx.
FedEx is at my door too, and they just dropped something off.
Same driver?
Probably not. Close enough. Who knows?
Now a tight shot of Massimo Donna's ass. Moss? That leather chair has seen some better days.
You need me to sign?
No, you don't have to sign anymore. You tell him you're afraid to sign, he leaves the package.
Yeah. So let me tell you this. The guy was leaving with the package. You need me to sign? Then why weren't you leaving it?
Because they think you're closed, so they don't want to just leave your package there.
How about the
You should-
Your package, though.
What?
Can we not stare at your package right now? Okay, good.
What happens to the packages of places that are legit closed that people haven't been
They
there?
hold them. They go back.
Why are you sending a package to your office if your office is closed?
Some people just get mail and shit sent. Like, what happens with all that stuff?
Yeah, no one sends me unboxing videos. People should just send me videos and I'll unbox them, like Kevin Smith. Is this a fat guy problem or does everyone have this problem? Luckily, this chair is a good chair, so it doesn't do it. But Mas, do you ever sit in chairs and they just lower themselves?
Are you asking Mas because he might relate to fat guy problems?
Yeah.
Fat guy thing. Mas, what do you think?
Well, let's be real. If Todd is in a chair, you know when you pull the lever when you're in the chair and it lowers? Yeah. If Todd pulls the lever, it shoots him up. So you can't ask Todd.
So wait, what is the question?
So like on cheap chairs, Moss is laughing because he knows the strut wears out. So you start up higher and throughout the course of the day, you begin lowering.
Oh
and then
my God.
But now, like, you have to buy a real, like, this chair is good and it doesn't do that. But like, I'll be at people's offices fixing their computers, and they got to stand behind me, like, what the hell's going on? Because I'm lowering, I'm up, I'm lowering, I'm up, I'm lowering, I'm up, and the chair's just up and down.
That's
Mas, you've had that problem, right?
So I used to have that problem prior to my surgery that I had 7 years ago. But Mike, are you calling me fat right now?
No,
because I'm okay with it. But I went from 3.
No, you are not fat. You are
husky.
I thought I was.
You're husky. You are way better than you were. But I wouldn't. You're not a Todd Bavona. You're not like a bone.
So you're basically saying I'm fat.
No, I think you're great. Look, let's be real. I would love to be your size. I am.
Put it this way: he's thicker than a Snicker. Get it?
I got it. We have no viewership. We are down to like 2 people.
No one else gets our inside.
What?
No, go ahead.
Is it time to cancel these shows completely? Am I going back to real life now? But
yeah, we have to discuss this again.
It is 11 o'clock, so.
All right, let's end the show and then we could discuss behind the scenes. All right, hold on.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you. No breakfast with Bloomy tomorrow. We will have a memorial. This joining us today, midday with Mas. My grandfather passed away. Nicole's tomorrow is Nicole's grandmother's wake. So I'm gonna do
okay. Sorry.
I don't want you weren't not on. You were too busy working for the advance. So someone's got to pay. Have you got a paycheck yet from them?
No.
That's annoying.
Interesting. So
it's faster than that.
But join us 3:00 midday with Mas when we have Chris Williams on today from Williams Eyeworks.
Great guy.